Hi! Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, we're going to share we, kasi dapat nandito yung dalawa. But anyway, I will be going to share the things that we realized and regret when we moved to Spain. It's actually still a we, because last night we had a video call, we shared ideas, opinions, and stuff like that, even Tim. So let's get on it. This video will include realizations and learnings and regrets after living in Europe, like Spain specifically, for 2 years. And this will also include a list of suggestions, okay? It's just a suggestion. Just a few more disclaimers. I have no idea of the options that are available in the Philippines, and I have no idea how much are the prices. I will be able to give you like an estimate, a sample price if you buy it here, but to compare it to the products in the Philippines, I don't know. So a few things to keep in mind. First is the tolerance of the cold. It varies per person, but I have Lamigan friends naman na they survive. Eventually you'll figure it out, how to layer, how to cover up. And the second would be the changing weather. I have no idea what it will be like next year, because the weather during our batch, 2019, it's so different sa batch nila Tim. It snowed in Madrid when it usually doesn't snow. And right now, we have heat waves. Nag-heat wave last weekend, so climate change. I do not know what it's going to be like next year. Next, it also depends on your lifestyle. If you're a fashionista, if you're like more of a basic person, wearing simple things, just the basics. So those are things to consider. Also, the school, we'll talk about it later. Another thing to consider is the budget. If you have a little bit of budget, I would suggest you buy here. If you're on the affordable route, then I think you have a lot of online products over there in the Philippines. And the last is, of course, the space, the luggage. I think the standard is 23 kilograms. I don't know if I'm talking too fast, but I really want to finish this fast. Okay, so first realization is that they dress by season and not by weather. So what does that mean? It means whatever is the appropriate clothes or set of clothes for that specific season, that's what you're going to see. It's not for all, but most people do it. And for example, sandals, they're usually for summer. So you will see a lot of sandals during the summer, not in spring, not in autumn. In autumn, they try, I think there's more of sneakers, and then you will start seeing people wearing boots around end of November or December. You know, it's specific. It's not really by, oh, is it hot? Is it cold? If you know what I mean. But doesn't matter. You don't really have to conform. Sometimes you will just get a bit of stares. Like, what are you wearing? Why are you wearing that now? It's not for that, for this season. Something like that. Okay, next, they are very fashionable, especially the young people. I would say they're fashionable. They dress simple but look very cute. So when you get here, the season would be autumn. The next would be winter, spring, and then summer. So they actually wear specific or like common colors for each season. For example, in autumn, you would see a lot of nudes, brown, beige, orange. In winter, you would see dark colors, like for the coats, the jackets. Usually they're on like the darker side. It is very rare to see like a bright red coat. There are people who do it. It's just an observation. Again, you don't have to follow it. Spring, they're pastel bright. Summer, super bright clothes. Next, in here, they are not judgy of what you wear. You can wear whatever you want. You don't want to wear a bra, you don't have to. You want to wear super short skirts or shorts, you can wear them. They're not super judgy. But I just have to say, that doesn't mean you won't get catcalled. There are still bad people here, ganyan. Siguro mas less lang yung pressure sa society na, oh, I can't wear this because they will say this. Oh, I can't do this because they will say this. They might make fun of me if I wear this. It's not really like that. Here, people wear whatever they want, regardless of what other people will say. Like, it's kind of more acceptable. Next, they don't wear slippers outside. Like the Havaianas, type of slipper. It's usually just for indoors. They don't wear that outside. There was one time we wore that and then we got a few stares, Jana and I. Next, schools. Public schools, they are usually very lenient sa damit. Like, they do not care. If you want to wear tracksuit every day, go. If you want to wear dress every day, go. They don't really care. Sa damit, overall, very chill sila. Like, the point earlier na people do not care what you wear. As long as I would say, of course, keep it professional, whatever that means for you. Pero there's really no pressure or no rule na, hey, you have to wear smart casual all the time. Hey, you have to wear super formal stuff to school all the time. No. Sometimes they just, like, for example, in summer, they wear t-shirts, shorts, and yung mga Birkin na sandals, ganun lang. Sobrang simple to the point na ikaw pa yung, pwede pala yun sa school. So what we usually do, we watch the teachers go first. Oh, okay, now we can wear a dress. Okay, then I'm gonna start wearing a dress. We just base it on them. Because of course, last year we were in a pandemic, so we didn't really get to experience that just this year. So public schools, they're not strict. Next thing to consider is, because of the pandemic, the windows are open. So it's a little bit colder inside the school than it usually used to be. Yeah. There are heaters. Heaters are on, but sometimes when, like, one day it's so windy, so papasok pa rin yung hangin. Especially in the halls. Minsan hindi naman nakakaya ng heater, so medyo malamig sa schools. A little bit lang. Parang minsan pag nakaupo ka sa hall, you would still have to cover up and all that just because the doors and the windows are open. Next realization, toiletries are replaceable. You should bring a good amount, but not so much because you can replace them here. You can find something to replace your shampoo, your conditioner. So I think just enough na for the first month, you're not thinking about it na, oh, I'm gonna run out of soap, I'm gonna run out of this. So you don't, just for convenience. So bring some. Next, this is actually a really good point from Jana. Skincare, in terms of skincare, your skin and hair might change. Like, for example, in winter, you can go very, very dry and your moisturizer from the Philippines might not be able to do the work. Of course, like, the skincare in the Philippines is suitable for the Philippine weather. And there are also specific moisturizers here that are suited for their weather. So that might change as well. Of course, you can bring your own skincare. We did that as well. But sometimes, like, to a certain point, it stopped working. Like, okay, it's not giving me the moisture that I need, the hydration that I need. So we had to replace them with the brands that are here. Also, the same with the hair. TMI, but my scalp is very sensitive. I am very dandruff prone. It got a little bit worse when I got here because every time it's winter, so you blow dry every day because lalamigin ka pag basa yung hair mo. So it got very dry. I'm sure you will figure it out, but the skincare part, it might change just because of the weather. Next, the options here are limited. There are options, but it's not as many as we have in the Philippines. Like, in the Philippines, we have international brands and local brands. There are a lot of brands you can choose from. Here, it's not really like that. You will only see generic brands. Yeah, you will only see generic brands. So it's not as madaming options unless you go online like Amazon. But I'm not really one to shop online, so I can't attest to that or give you an example or something. So, regrets. What are our regrets? I regret that I didn't bring my favorite pieces of clothing. Like, if I have a favorite dress, favorite jeans, favorite shorts, favorite shoes. No, actually, I brought my favorite shoes. But, like, when it comes to clothes, because when, like, this year, nagpanic buy kami just because I don't have clothes for the other seasons. I focused too much for winter that when the other seasons arrived, I was like, oh my god, I have nothing to wear to school, so I had to buy. Which is, it was okay last year because I was just inside the house, but this year is like, I need to buy nice tops. I need to buy shorts or skirts or anything na manipis because it's getting warmer. So I would highly suggest for you to bring the clothes that you like to wear. Like, you feel so confident. Like, if you have a favorite dress, bring it. If you have favorite jeans, bring it. At some point, you will be able to wear it, I swear. It is alright and correct also to focus on the clothes where you can like use it more, so winter or cold. But it doesn't have to be all wintry stuff. Kasi for sure, when you get here, you will probably buy clothes. Like us. We were like, oh no, we brought everything. We don't have to buy there. When we got here, we're like, it's so cute. Let's buy it. So it's, I think at some point, you will really shop. So you don't have to bring everything. Talaga. So that's one of my regrets. I wish I brought my favorite tops and everything na I left them in the Philippines because I was like, oh, I'm probably not gonna use that because it's manipis. And at some point, you will need it and you will wear it. And you will love it that you have it here na hindi mo siya iniwan. Especially if you're not going home for the summer, you will need summer clothes. For first year, we thought we were going home that summer. We did not. And this summer, we did not as well. So we needed clothes for the warm weather naman. So just maybe like 60-40 or 50-50. I would probably go for 60% for cold and then 40% for warmer weather. And it's also nice to pack clothes that are like multi-use. Like for the winter, maybe you can put it inside as a layer and then you have like a cardigan, a sweater, a turtleneck, and whatever outside. Next, one of my regrets is purchasing too much winter accessories. And I would highly suggest you to test out the waters first, like what works for you. Like for example, there are, probably I'm gonna show pictures later. There are coats and jackets na hanggang lieg na yung cover and you just have to zip it up. For me, that is more convenient because when you use a scarf, you put the scarf when you get out. When it's too hot, you have to take it off. And then when you get to school, you have to take it off again. And also, it consumes space sa bag. So, I'm just like more of the whatever that can cover here na jacket. I will wear that. I will show you an example later. Yeah, I think sa gloves as well, maybe you just need 1, 2, or 3 because you will only wear gloves pag sobrang lamig na talaga. Other times, the pockets, the jackets, that will do, especially when you're just outside. Because when you're on the metro or indoors, you'll probably use your phone or something, so you don't really need the gloves all the time. You can buy that here, like for sure. You're not gonna need it immediately when you get here. So yeah, that's one of my regrets. I bought too many accessories. Beanie! Oh, but beanies, I think that's a good one. Maybe you can have like 1, 2, or 3 or more if you want. Beanies, yes, it's so cute. Like you can hear. And when you cover your ears, it's so warm. It's really nice. But the gloves and the scarf, I think you can hold it out first and see if you like it. Okay, now let's get on to the specifics. Just a disclaimer again, I'm not aware of the options there. And of course, if ever you choose to buy here, you have to allot money, okay? And these are just suggestions. And these are anything under the sun. Now, sometimes it's the small things that, I didn't think about that. But then you need it here pala. Hopefully, I answer your questions. And if not, later, I will check the questions that some of you sent me. So first specific is the heat tech from Uniqlo. I would suggest you to buy there just because it's easier and I think it's also cheaper, or the price difference is not really that much of a big deal. It's not a huge gap. So buy there. Maybe at least have 4 tops and 4 bottoms. We do repeat heat techs, lalo na pag hindi naman pinawisan. Inuulit namin siya kasi ang mahal ng heat tech. It is expensive there and here. Parang, it's a chunk of money. So, yeah, get heat tech. Like maybe 4 or 5 if you can. Tops and bottoms. I would not suggest the turtleneck heat tech from Uniqlo because that is too hot. If you're on the metro, if you're gonna take the metro, it's hot in there. Especially yung mga lines na nasa super baba na. Ang init doon. So, oh my God, magpapawis kayo pag nasa metro na kayo. So maybe just like the basic cut, that's fine. But the turtleneck, I don't think it's necessary. Okay, and the next one would be shoes. Maybe you can bring 2 to 3 comfortable shoes, and of course, with anything, it applies to anything, the things that you like wearing. Maybe something that can withstand the rain or hindi manipis, because sometimes pag super nipis yung shoes and it's windy, like pumapasok sa paa yung lamig, ganon. And so yeah, 2 to 3 shoes na very comfortable. For the boots, I would say na maybe buy here if you don't want to compromise your space with anything. If there is a cheaper option in the Philippines, by all means, go ahead and buy that. But of course, you're gonna compromise the space. But if you want to bring more clothes and then you can buy boots here later, I think buy here, I think. One of the reasons why we suggest that you buy here is because of the style, the quality. It's really built for this weather. Usually, boots are around 20 euros and up. For example, dupe ng Doc Martens na boots, it's like 20 to 30. Depends on pag naka-sale. Pero like the original ones can be up to 150, I think. And then, what else? Just a price comparison. For example, 20 yung boots. If you're gonna think, saan pa pwede mapunta yung 20 euros? 1 week grocery. Parang ganun. 1 week grocery is 20 euros, more or less. And then that's equivalent to 1 boot. So, it's up to you. You think about it. And they say that shoes are generally cheaper here. There are a lot of sites where you can get sales, deals, and especially on Black Friday, they go crazy sale. So for shoes, I think, yeah, that's it. Something comfortable because there might be a lot of walking here as well. And something easy to pair with your clothes. Personally, boots, buy it here. Ganun. It's very bulky. I don't think it's worth it na yung space na makukuha niya when you have a lot of options here. That I can say. There are a lot of options here for boots, winter, blah, blah, blah. Okay, next, for the bag, I would suggest maybe 1, 2, or 3. I think 3 is too much. Or if it's small, it's fine. Pero maybe 2. One that you can use when you go out with your friends, go outside, and then one for school. For the organizers and the pouches, I think there are also a lot of options in the Philippines compared here. I think there are a lot in Shopee and Lazada. I assume there are a lot. So if you're the kind of person that you want everything organized, I think buy your pouches there. Because here, not so much. Sa mga stores, there are available options, but it's not really that nice. And then for the school bag, you can either wear a backpack, a shoulder bag, or a messenger bag. So just for the bag, just consider that pickpocketing is common here. So they always say na don't put your bag sa likod at the back. So you might want to consider a messenger bag or a shoulder bag. It's okay to wear backpack. Tim, he wears backpacks. Tetay, si Chris, she wears backpack. Siguro ingat na lang na don't put important things sa what do you call that? Pocket, or you just put it in front of you. That's why I opt for shoulder bags. Besides that, it's just personal preference. I like shoulder bags. So, pickpocketing is a bit common, lalo na daw sa metro or like pag crowded places. So, you might want to consider that when you're deciding on what bag to bring and what bag to use. So, next, for the extension cord, I think it's nice to have an extension cord because you don't really know if malayo sa bed mo yung extension and ang hassle pag ang layo and then you're on the bed. It's a nice idea to buy an extension there and then buy an adapter. You really need an adapter. Pero pag yung adapter, pwedeng yung sa dulo mo na siya ng extension ilalagay and then you're gonna put it sa socket. Kesa you buy the extension here and then you have a small adapter. It will look like this. See? And like, it's not really, parang hindi mo may-utilize everything because their sockets are like this. 2 holes. And then, this is the adapter that I bought. Dito ako bumili ng extension cord. So, it can be the other way around. Like a Philippine extension cord. Yes, extension cord. Oh, extension. Yung galing sa Pinas. So, all your gadgets, you can just automatically saksak or directly, and then the adapter would be like at the end, the socket. Yan yung ginagawa ni Jana. If the lighting is changing, it's just because it's getting a bit darker here, so it's a bit changing. Okay, did I miss anything? Yep. Adapter. Please don't forget adapter. Magkaiba po yung socket. Extra charger and power bank. There are extra wires chargers that you can purchase here, but 100% mas mura sa Shopee and Lazada, I think. I really think. Meron ata mga less than 100 na wires, extra wires or something. And power bank as well. There are more options there that are affordable, pasok sa budget. Dito, a good power bank would cost you like 30 or 40 euros, and that's too much. That's too much. So buy a good power bank over there that you can probably like bring every day. Okay, next, for the top, it's important for you to count your working days. So at least one for each day. Like if you're from the ministry, you're gonna be in school for 4 days, I assume. And then you can also use t-shirts to layer. And then tops, it really depends on you. But the top here, more or less, they are 10 euros and up. It depends on the type and the brand. And the most common are turtlenecks, cardigans, sweaters. But actually, the tops that they sell here, of course, they're nice. Kasi parang, it's, as I said, like, it's for the weather here. Parang bagay siya sa lifestyle nila. How they dress and everything, so they look very cute. But they also cost money. If you have options there na super mura sa Lazada or sa Shopee or anywhere online, mga cute tops for winter, mga turtlenecks, long sleeve, I think you can go for it if hindi naman sila super bulky. Maybe you can compromise, like bring a lot of tops and bottoms and then buy your coats here. That can be an option. For the bottoms, nag-uulit kami ng bottoms, especially the jeans and everything because they're bulky to bring. So maybe for the bottoms, I can't honestly say because I think I bought like four pants or jeans, then 2 or 4 na maninipis, na easy to fold. Like yung mga square pants, yung mga ganon. Just a thing though, it's tricky for small Asian girls. I think this is a personal experience to buy jeans that fit you really well. Just because the girls here, or like generally, the Europeans are tall. They're way taller than me. So, minsan, oh, it's a nice pair of pants. And then, oops, super long. It also goes with a dress. If you want a maxi dress, sobrang maxi dress niya talaga. Sobrang haba niya sa akin. I'm very small. I'm probably just like 5. My friends would disagree, but I'm probably like 5 flat. So, yeah, jeans sizes are tricky. There will be sizes for you, but it won't fit you perfectly. So, if you have shorts, skirts, jeans, it fits your body perfectly, really good. And leggings, you can also use leggings as a layer. Si Tim, he bought, for males, he bought, what do you call this? Hitek from Uniqlo. Joggers is also a good option. They're comfy. Okay, next. Jackets. This one's tricky because I really don't know what to advise. But just the same, 2 or 3 good quality jackets and quality over the look first. Because if you get cold, even if super ganda ng jacket mo, kung hindi ka naman niya mapoprotect from the cold, it's going to be useless for you, trust me. So, a good quality first. Maybe, just since you're gonna come here na autumn, maybe if you have an access to a really cheap coat na manipis lang naman and hindi super bulky, maybe you can buy it. Or 3 good jackets. And hindi siya yung parang jacket sa high school or jacket pang lamig, ha? Hindi yung parang jacket na sinusuot sa school pag naka-aircon. That's not what I meant. Jacket, maybe if I can show you a picture later. Yeah, that would be good. That would be a good option. Denim is also a staple, I would say. For autumn and winter, no. Autumn and spring, you can wear denim. I can show you samples of our jackets later. I think winter coat, dito na lang. I really think so. Because if you want the good quality, they're very, very bulky, I would say. Whether you buy it there or here, dito na lang siguro. It will cost you money. But I don't know, sometimes it's an essential. So it's an investment. Ganon. It's better to invest in good coats. And yeah, you can get that here. Again, compromise. If you're gonna buy there, less space. If you're gonna buy here, a lot money. So the cheap ones start from 30 euros, and that's cheap, like from Primark. That's where we usually shop because it's cheap. But the quality is fine. You know, fast fashion. So it is wearable. Yeah, they start at 30, and the good quality ones are from 80 to 150. Later, I will show you pictures. I just don't wanna distract myself from the list. And then it is probably a good idea to shop if you have income na. Kasi minsan pag galing sa Pinas yung money, like converted, when you think about it, it's really big. And when you start earning euros, it's gonna be more manageable. I don't know if that makes sense. Pero pag galing pa kasi sa Pinas, like pocket money pa siya, parang, oh my God, nawala agad. But when you start earning in euros, parang it's more manageable to shop for clothes. And they have a Black Friday sale in November, and that's when people usually like hoard winter clothes. Okay, next would be games for private classes. This is not a must, pero hindi super dami yung mga resources here that are in English. Ganyan. Like board games, Tim had a difficult time finding Snake and Ladders. They don't really have like a national bookstore here na ganun yung equivalent na like it's everywhere. They usually go to Asian bazaars. It's like Daiso or Japan Home. And that's where they buy materials. They have a store here. I think it's called Clarin or Clar something. Para sa national bookstore daw. Pero it's nothing like national bookstore. You can compare it. So for those who are wearing glasses, according to my friends who are wearing glasses, it's nice to have an extra one. Like they say, like the one you're currently using and then an extra one, just in case. Medicine, bring a lot of vitamins, I would say. If I am someone when it comes to medicine and vitamins, I don't want to research and figure out what is best, what works well. So I just always overpack vitamins and medicines. And well, you can buy it here as a pharmacy, but of course you would have to do your research. But yes, there are options naman here. For the allergies, and if you need specific medicines, I suggest that when you get here, you go to the doctor since you have insurance anyway and ask for a prescription. Vitamins, medicine, it really up to you. Pero nga ako, damihan niya na. So, I don't know. Choosy lang ako sa vitamins tsaka medicine, and I prefer the brands that we use in the Philippines. So that's what I still use up to this day.